Hi guys, what's going on? It's your Huggable Hipster here and welcome back to today's episode of The Casual Nerd. Excited? Well, we got a lot of topics to talk about today, that's why I'm excited. The first trailer we are going to be reviewing is something that came out of the channel Residents of Evil, and it's their new trailer on their game Vigil. So grab your seats. Fucking grab your seats. Grab your seat. Okay, let me grab my seat. My seat's right over here. Let me just go grab it. Over here now. Bye. So grab a coffee, grab a Red Bull, grab whatever you want. Monster Energy. I've actually never had Monster Energy, but grab it if you must. And let's get into it. We're going to have the Russian accent on so you know it's serious. Alright, let's get into it. Oh, I'm so excited. Unreal Engine. Oh.
State your name, rank, and unit.
I don't know why I'm like this already. I'm just excited.
Captain, Reconnaissance Operations Unit 3.
Alright, John. What was your unit doing on the evening of December 24th, 1984?
The music is really good.
We were investigating an anonymous tip
Ooh.
that led us to Black Pie.
Immediately, right away. I get excited by a hanging dead body. I'm not normal. Okay, continuing on.
From the information we gathered, you ran into some trouble along the way. Is this correct?
That is correct. We were driving through a blizzard when a civilian stepped into the road.
What's
causing us to
this?
swerve. We lost control of our vehicle and crashed.
At this time, you were separated from your team, correct?
Correct.
Searching for your team led you
Whoa.
to Beechworth Manor, correct?
Correct.
Oh, that looks so cool.
While searching for your team, what exactly did you find?
Oh, this is so cool. Oh, I'm so proud of these guys. I am so proud of these guys. This is really cool. Like, it just overall shocks me the work that people can do right from their home, game development wise. It's so amazing. It reminds me of whenever I used to work at a game company and everything was just homegrown, very organically done, and this just has that feeling. You know, Residents of Evil is a really great channel. By the way, not sponsored. I know this sounds like a friggin' sponsorship, but they're really great people. Support them if you can on Patreon, Twitter, wherever it may be. So next up in gaming news, we have a movie that is coming from a video game called Control. Stay tuned in the article that a Control movie by Rogue One writer Gary Whitta has Remedy's approval. It goes on to say that Rogue One writer Gary Whitta wants to make a movie based on Control, and the developer Remedy Entertainment is all in. That's a key word there, based on. So it might not be actually a direct correlation between movie and game, just like everything else we see. Continuing on in the article, it states, asked which game he thinks would make the best movie adaptation and whether he'd be willing to write a script, Whitta replied affirmatively, Control. A short while later, Remedy Communications Director Thomas Pua responded to Whitta saying, let's talk. Whitta then invited Pua into his DMs for further communication. The rest of the article will be in the description down below so you guys can read absolutely everything that I am discussing in today's episode, but it's just going to be really interesting to see how this movie pans out. I'll have to see and play the video game for myself. I see everybody really grabbing onto this game. Control is supposed to be very good, very diverse, and very multifaceted to an extent, so I'm really intrigued to see how it plays out, and then I'll be able to give you guys a better insight on whether or not I think it would be a good movie. The thing with how games are translated into movies, 9 times out of 10, you really don't get a really good translation from a game to a movie. Is it entertaining to watch? Sure, because writers are really good at what they do and they're hired for a reason to make a script look absolutely so appealing to the director and then be translated even better to an audience. So I don't doubt the movie would be good. I'm just kind of hesitant whether or not it's going to keep in line with the game. The next article that we are diving into today is PS5 and Xbox Series X. Will it hit a graphics dead end? This article I found very interesting, and it goes into saying that the PS5 and Xbox Series X will be with us by the end of the year. Whenever these two consoles release, you guys are going to see a splitting of the sea by Moses, and by that I mean you're going to see a bloodbath. I just had such a funny thought in my head where people actually go out into the main town square and start slapping one another with their consoles. Not that kind of bloodbath, folks. The worst one of all. A Twitter feud. While previous generations have meant an increase in graphic fidelity, gamers have been warned not to expect that this time. Also, before we continue on, I want to just state really quickly, this article is an opinion piece, so don't take anything for fact, keep it all in your mind as alleged. It continues on, the article saying that the PS5 and Xbox Series X won't look that much better than the PS4 and Xbox One. I disagree there highly. I feel like the Xbox Series X looks way better. It looks so much better than the Xbox One. I don't know how the PS5 looks. I have to look it up. I knew there were leaks that were being spilled around on the interwebs and I need to look it up. I don't know how the graphics and how everything is going to look for PS5 and everything. I haven't even seen what the console looks like. I've seen like brief pictures here and there, but the first thing that came to my mind, that it was a hoax. There's no way that this is the new PS5, okay? I'm sorry, but Sony is better than that. I thought that that was a good design. Somebody has to talk to their PR team, which actually technically wouldn't be their PR team. It would be inside the manufacturing company, but that's another point entirely. I get it. You know, after a while, there's not much you can really do with the graphics. I mean, we have 4K, 8K is going to be the next best thing. Actually, it currently is the next best thing. So we'll have to see what happens. We'll have to see how the games look, especially since one of the titles that's releasing on the Xbox Series X is Sona's Sacrifice 2. Articles are going to be Resident Evil related. So I'm really excited about that. I thought I'd discuss where you can find Jill Valentine's note. If you guys don't want to hear the letter and you guys want to wait to play it on your own, you guys can skip to right over here to see the next article that we will be discussing. That way you don't run into risk of any spoilers. Where's this lovely note from Jill Valentine? Where is it stashed away? The gun shop, Kendo. So after Leon Kennedy has escaped from the Raccoon City Police Department, you will be walking the streets of Raccoon City with Ada Wong. Actually, you don't technically walk with her, but the gun shop is unlocked by Ada Wong, so there you go. Now, after she unlocks the gun shop, you guys will walk inside. There will be a cutscene between the gun shop owner and Leon Kennedy and Ada, and you'll also see his infected daughter as well. Once you get into the gun shop, Kendo, you will go in, and before you trigger that cutscene, you will find a barrel attachment for your gun. Once the attachment is found, you go over to the opposite side of the shelf, and that, my friends, is where you find Jill Valentine's letter. Kendo, it seems like you've got your reasons for staying, so I'll trust you to take care of yourself. Still, if things get worse and your other arrangements don't work out, you know where to find me. I'll do everything I can. Jill Valentine. Now, after you found the letter, congratulations. You're one of the few people who found it, and it's a clever nod to the sequel of Resident Evil 2, and are going to be hyped even more for the Resident Evil 3 remake. Next up in our Resident Evil 3... It's a 3-vil. Next, I combined 3 and evil. Oh god. Freaking hashtag 3-vil. Next up in our Resident Evil hype, we have some Resident Evil 8 news. Well, alleged news, but news nonetheless. This just in. Resident Evil 8 has zombies and werewolves first person and Chris Redfield. Back to you, Tony. That's right. Resident Evil 8 might actually have werewolves. That Chris Redfield is going to return, it makes me very, very happy. The writer here in this article made a very clever nod to Residents of Evil because this video that they have linked over here is from their channel, so nice job. So it goes into saying in the article that you are going to have to take this one with a huge grain of salt. A YouTube channel dedicated to all things Resident Evil is reporting on claims from Biohazard Declassified that it has obtained the first set of details for the currently unannounced Resident Evil 8. It is said that the information was received via a tip line and it makes for very interesting reading. Now, I don't want to give this article too much credit because number one, I haven't seen their new video yet. I've been working on stuff and I didn't get a chance to really dive into it and look at it yet. But for me personally, like whenever somebody writes an article on another YouTuber or whatever the case may be, odds are they're looking for the clout. So that's the only part of this article I'm really going to dive into. If you guys want to check it out, the link will be down in the description below. I just want there to be some balance between a lot of what I talk about. Even if it's the clout chasing articles, I want all sides to be heard. Linda. But nonetheless, I think it's really cool that Residents of Evil got talked about in an article. I'm just so proud of them. And the last article that we are diving into is Atari themed hotels. I think my dream of actually staying in a gaming hotel will actually come to fruition. This is stunning. This is amazing. It states here in the article that Atari doesn't have the cultural catch they used to. After the industry catching downfall in the 80s, the video game pioneer has been unable to find its niche, and recently its oft-delayed retro console has had trouble development. The company signed a contract that sees Atari license its name and branding to a real estate developer, which will build 8 hotels across the US. The first location will break ground this year in Phoenix, others in Austin, Chicago, Denver, Las Vegas, San Francisco, San Jose, and then Seattle will follow. It continues on by saying that the main draw of the Atari Hotel will likely be their esports studios. There are no details about what these will include, but each hotel will also have an Atari gaming playground, which sounds absolutely epic. Since this is a licensing deal, Atari will probably have no direct hand in what happens with these hotels. But it does stand to make some money. The company will receive 5% of the hotel's revenue. Atari has also received an advance of $600,000 for licensing of the brand to the developer, which seems paltry for such a large project. To be honest, when I first heard the news, I thought it was kind of a gag and, a guffaw, a gifle. A little laughter. When I really further looked into it, I was like, oh, Las Vegas, here I come. So I'm excited. If you guys happen to go there, or if you want me to go there, let me know down in the comments below, and I can most likely probably do a full-on casual nerd, oh my god, a full-on casual nerd episode at an Atari hotel. What? But that's it for me for the casual nerd. If you guys like my face and what I do, please be sure to subscribe and hit that bell down below, because I make videos every Monday, Wednesday, and double uploads on Friday at 7 a.m. If you guys like my face and what I do, please be sure to subscribe and hit that bell down below, because some of y'all are not getting my notifications. What's going on? Be sure to hit that bell right there. It's down there. It takes like 2 seconds. I'll wait. But stay casually nerdy, and I will see you all in the next episode. Peace.
아침을 깨우는 네 목소리 머리를 빗는 네 빗소리 밖엔 비가 오나 봐 들리는 빗방울들이 땅에 떨어져